This video went up early for YouTube channel members. Anyone else just like bored with modern games and AAA games right now? You know, we're halfway through 2024 and I'm not really playing much. And the stuff that I have played that is new, that is big budget, that is big blockbuster titles, they really haven't been all that great. I think all you have to really do is think about what people are talking about in July of 2024 as far as what has come out this year, and nobody's really talking about stuff that we got in the spring because nothing really had a long-standing sort of presence in the video game marketplace. Now, this could just be a me issue. I am getting older. Maybe my gaming tastes are changing a little bit, but I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like that because I feel like the average consumer has been looking at systems like the Xbox and the PlayStation and been like, okay, you release these during COVID. Obviously, game development's going to be slow, but we are several years removed from that. And you would think that at some point in time, we would finally be caught up. This was supposed to be the catch-up year. Hold the mustard. This was supposed to be the year when these systems finally got put into full swing and, well, no, that hasn't happened when it comes to first-party, big AAA blockbuster games. And you could say, well, there's been third-party games. And yeah, there's been some. But you buy a system really for the first-party games. That's why you choose a PlayStation over an Xbox and vice versa. And yeah, there's been, third-party exclusives on there, which is good because if there wasn't, what would you be playing? Look at Microsoft here. Look at Xbox. You got Hellblade 2. That game sucked. You did nothing. It's like Hellblade 1.5. It wasn't good. You didn't expand upon anything. You made it look a little bit prettier. Whoopity-doo. Now, the second half of the year looks better with stuff like Indiana Jones. But is that going to come out this year? Because you still haven't given it a release date, and we are in the month of July. Look at PlayStation. They said, it's probably going to be a down year. And a down year it is. You did Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was fine. It's an old game that you've just redone and done some crazy shit with and, added a lot of padding into it to make it so that you could make multiple sections of the game. But that's a taboo thing to say. Oh, no, don't you? There's padding in the game. There's padding all over the damn place with the game. And what else did you have? Stellar Blade, that's not really a big AAA game. It was a AA studio that made it that now allegedly is a AAA studio. But there was so much controversy and crap attached to that. If you liked it, you were the worst person in the world. And if you didn't like it, you were the worst person in the world. So much bullshit politics in games. I don't know where I'm going with this video. I'm just rambling. I was born a rambling man. And then you got the second half. You got Astrobot, which looks fire. Astrobot looks really good, okay? One game that's going to take a month to beat, maybe maximum, and then we're going to be sitting around with our thumb in our ass. What are we playing, Concord? Y'all didn't even play the Concord beta. I was told that this game was going to be cool. They didn't even hit over 2,500 people playing the open beta this weekend. 2,500. What are you PlayStation fans playing? Nintendo? They're not releasing any AAA stuff. You could maybe say that Echoes of Wisdom tiptoes in the AAA, but really it doesn't. Because a AAA Zelda game is something like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Big budget, big production, this, that, the other. This is essentially a reskin version of Link's Awakening remake that you already released. And it's going to be a great game. It's probably one of my most anticipated games, right up there with Indiana Jones. But it's not big budget AAA. The Mario and Luigi game is not big budget AAA. Emio sure as hell isn't AAA. But at least Nintendo has the benefit of the doubt because they have a new system coming out next year. So you wouldn't necessarily expect there to be some crazy shit in the final year in terms of exclusives. But PlayStation and Xbox, what are you doing? What has happened to this console generation? This is the most pointless console generation in the world. Now I got to hear about PlayStation 5 Pro. The only games that I have thoroughly enjoyed this year have been smaller budget things and retro shit. You know what I've been playing lately? Let's talk about what I've been playing lately. Obviously, I've been playing the Nintendo World Championships, a collection of NES games. And you know what? It's fun. I like the challenges. I like the scoreboard stuff, the time mechanic stuff, because there's no leaderboards. God forbid you put fucking leaderboards in there. But I like what they're doing with this. It's fun. I liked the Turtles roguelike game. It's sponsored video. You didn't really like it. No, I did like it. It was fun. It wasn't a big budget production, but it's Ninja Turtles. I enjoyed Rocket Knight Adventures, Resparked. It's fun. It's comfort food to me. And you know what I've been playing a lot of recently? Super Mario 64. I could talk about Super Mario 64 for a very long time, and I'm going to do that at some point in time and make Brett edit that video. But really, I've just been fucking with old stuff. You know, playing PlayStation 1 games, Racing Lagoon that I completely missed out on because there wasn't a translated version, playing the older wrestling games and stuff like that. Like, modern gaming, it sucks. Like, you see the people blow my fucking mind when they're always like, yo, 2023, yo, that was like the best year for gaming. It's like, have you looked at a release schedule from the mid 90s or the early 2000s? You were getting a game after game after game. There's too much. There's too many games to keep up with. AAA, big blockbuster titles all the time. Look at a fucking Game Pro from that era. It's just like banger, 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 all coming out in the same time frame. You don't get that anymore. And I get it. The industry evolved. The industry changed. You know, more money got put into it. Bigger budget productions, this, that, or the other. But it just feels like gaming is missing something right now. You see so many copy pastes of, you know, you see these live service games, the live service initiative that should have died 5 years ago. Companies are just now starting to catch up with it. And because of that, now you're starting to see an influx of live service games when people have moved on. And if you need proof that people have moved on from live service games, look at Concord. PlayStation fans aren't playing much right now, unless it's third-party stuff. Concord should have been a game that people gravitated towards, but nobody really did. It wasn't that good. Wasn't that interesting. It's that 5-on-5 mechanic that you could get from a million different free games that already exist. Remakes, remasters, re-releases. It's all old stuff nowadays. What's old is new again, and I like that to a certain extent. The problem is I've played most of these games in their original format. You know? I've experienced them. But now it seems like I'm going back and experiencing them again. Like, Super Mario 64 is more fun than anything I've played this year. I'm having more fun with it. I don't care about the kind of suspect camera. I don't care. It's fun. It looks good. There's mystery. There's wonder. There's secrets. There's hidden stuff. Like, it was a game that you could sink so much time into, and it was always enjoyable. Yeah, the camera gets you pissed off sometimes. I've thrown the Switch a couple times playing it. I'm playing it on Nintendo Switch Online, of all things. I don't know why I'm not playing it on 3D All-Stars. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just find myself, like, playing some random, you know, PS2 era game. You know, playing some random Dreamcast game that I missed out on. This AAA big budget blockbuster shit is just, it's wearing me down. And I think it's wearing down a lot of gamers. Because you gotta wait. We gotta wait so long. You're just sitting there waiting. When's the next big game coming out? I don't, the problem is, if you don't like the big AAA game, like it doesn't interest you, you're just screwed. You're screwed. What are you gonna do? You gotta play it. You're forced to play it. There's no other options. There's not 5 games coming out in the month that are just huge banger blockbuster titles anymore. Reinventing the wheel, hidden gems and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing. You know, maybe it is just a me thing and people are going to be pissed off about this video. And I don't really care. It's on the second channel, pal. All right? You can get mad at the second channel. Just don't get mad at the first channel. That's what makes the money. That's what pays the bills around here. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm more excited about retro compilations and, you know, new retro stuff. you know, than really most of the stuff that's been unveiled this year. Really, for the end of the year, all that is like a definite day one purchase for me is Echoes of Wisdom and Indiana Jones. And I don't have to buy Indiana Jones because I have Game Pass. So really just Echoes of Wisdom. And I'm not playing that Mario and Luigi game. It looks cheap. It looks cheap. And the quicker you accept that, the quicker you will be at peace with yourself because it looks cheap as hell. Let me know what you think of this, though, in the comments section down below. I'm sure there will be lots of differentiating opinions. And I don't care. You're allowed to have a different opinion than me. That's fine. Keep it civil, but have your different opinions. Maybe you loved this year. Maybe you thought like last year was the best year ever because you got in a car accident and you have brain damage or something. And as always, guys, thank you for checking me out here on The Stash. Of course, this video did go up early for members, so consider becoming a channel member on here if you want. And as always, catch you guys on the next one. Later.